So congratulations on your new contract, Bruno. How does it feel emotionally to extend your stay at Manchester United?
No, obviously it's a really good feeling. First of all, because the club has made an effort. They made an effort for me to stay. They knew that my first choice was staying at the club. It's not only my, but also a familiar choice, because we all feel that we are at home here, not only at the club but also in the country, in the city. We feel really well here, even with the bad weather. We still like to be here, and I think it's a decision that makes everyone happy.
Can you tell us a little bit about the thinking behind the decision? What made you decide to pledge the next few years to United?
I think I've spoke about this before, and the club knew that I want to compete with the best team, so they knew that we needed to improve the team. I think that we're doing that. Obviously, I said to them, I don't need you to promise me that we're going to win the league, because no one can promise that, but at least that we will have a team to compete and be competitive through the season, to try to achieve silverware and to compete in the highest level. So I think the club is doing that, is trying to bring people in to get more players with quality in the team, to get more competitive, fighting for your place. But my first choice was always to stay at the club. It was not even demands, but the things that I wanted to see the club going forward. I could see a future on that, and to be honest, I look now and I see that the club is making an effort for that. And at the same time, I knew that the club is in a position where they didn't want to lose me, and it's a time of building something different, and they've told me that I'm a big part of that, and they want me to stay and to help them to build that, and obviously I'm more than happy to do that.
I remember last season you revealed that your children like to sing "Glory, Glory, Man United" in the mornings, and you touched on their reaction a little bit before. How did they react when you told them it was definite you were staying?
I think from my side, in my family side, we are more than happy to stay here. That's being always in our minds to stay. And obviously the club had make sure that they said to me that they wanted me. As I said last year, I want to be where someone wanted me. So I don't want to be here. And the day the club says, and that's where the conversation behind the contract was, in the day that you guys say, Bruno, you're not more part of our plans, I'm going to be more than happy to leave, because I want to help the club until I can. When they feel that I can't help anymore, it's time to go.
Bruno, my friend, and I mean this when I say it, no one deserves it more than you. I watch you day in, day out since I've been at the club. You set the example, you train hard.
You just watched some really nice personal messages from your teammates. Which one stood out?
No, all of them stood out, but for me the thing that stood out is that when you see that it's not only the people that are with you in the dressing room, and it's the people that work here at the training ground, the people from the play care, the team manager, the ones from the staff. The message from Fletch probably is one of the ones that it touches a little bit more, because he's been talking with me a lot during this time, and I think is one of the people that I like to talk, and I like to learn from him, because he's being successful at the club. He's being part of a big success of the club, so he knows what it needs to get that success. He's always a person that I always try to speak and learn from him, and I think that word from him, I think it was meaning, because he's been saying that to me since the day I've been with him at the club, that I deserve to be here, that I'm a proper Man United player. So it touches a little bit, because it's from someone that has achieved a lot.
We've seen a lot of changes over the summer at the club, a new footballing structure, new coaches coming in, and you mentioned it feels a bit like the start of a new era. Just tell the fans a little bit about how that feels on the inside.
Yeah, I don't think I don't want to take that point in saying that people that were here before were not good, because I think everyone that's been at the club since I came, they were good. They were giving everything to make the team succeed, the club to be successful. So we really appreciate everything that people has done for us. From my side, I won't forget everything that I've learned from any of them that have been here, because I think in the process everyone is important, and we can't think that whenever is a change that people have to take the blame for something that hasn't been a success. So I think obviously when is a change, is a different mood, is really nice. At the beginning it's always the best part, because you get to know each other, you get new ways of working and everything. but then we have to get this going into the season and understand that it's going to get into a point where it's going to get repetitive, but we need to have the same enthusiasm that we have in the beginning.
You've been here for 4 years now, and you're a 3-time Player of the Year, you're the club captain. What does Manchester United mean to you now, personally, in 2024, compared to when you maybe joined?
Obviously, when I joined, it was a dream come true. I think everyone knows that it was my dream to play in the Premier League for Man United, and I had the chance to put that two together. I wanted to play in the Premier League, and then my favourite club was Man United, and being lucky enough to do it both it's something unbelievable. And obviously my love for the club hasn't changed, has grown, obviously, because then you get to know the city, you get to know the fans, you get to know how the people live here, how is the way they approach the day by day, the way they approach the day game. Like everything, it changed, it's different from every country, so it feels like home. That's what me and my wife, when we just arrived back in Manchester, we said, like, it feels like home, and it's something strong to say even from my side, because I'm a real home person, and I love my country, I love my city. So for me to say that, me and my wife saying that it feels like home here, it's something that it means a lot, because I love my friends, I love my family, I love to be in Portugal, this the time I spend there, and to have the same kind of feeling when I'm here, it's really something special.
It feels like you've really embraced the wider culture of the club as well. You've represented us at Munich memorials, you've met legends who've gone from years gone by. How have you found those kind of experiences?
No, I think it's important for everyone that comes to the club to know the history of the club, the past, and obviously I think the past is always present in the future. So you get the three of them together, because obviously the past was important for this club, was when the club was built, and in a way that got to be successful. The club has gone through a lot of experience during that time, being in good and bad moments, and how to come back from that moment. So I think it embraces the culture of Manchester United, and I think everyone has to be aware of that. And obviously I think as a captain you have the responsibility of doing that for the club, and obviously it's a pleasure for me doing that and knowing even more about the history and the culture of the club.
And can you just tell us a little bit about your best moments so far at the club? Which ones stick out when you cast your mind back over the years you've been here?
Obviously, I think my first day here, my first game, it's always one of the most special moments, because it's the first one, it's the first step you give to arrive until now. Obviously, through that experience that I started at the club in 2020, it's being a lot of good memories, a lot of good moments. But I always say that the special one is still to come.
And if I could just ask you some quick questions, if you'll indulge me. Favourite goal?
Burnley.
Favourite goal celebration?
Mine.
Favourite assist or pass?
The one in the FA Cup final.
Your best all-round performance?
Probably I would say Leeds or the FA Cup final also.
And the best atmosphere?
Old Trafford.
Any particular game?
I think that obviously the night games are always special. I will say the Leeds game, because I scored a hat-trick, and obviously it's one that stands out, and obviously because it was the first one back from COVID where we had the full stadium, and I felt the atmosphere was unbelievable. 20 years without playing Leeds in the Premier League, coming back from COVID, reunited again, special results, special goals for me, a hat-trick for the first time for the club, so it was everything special on that day.
And the fans will be absolutely delighted you've extended your stay. Tell us about your relationship with them, particularly at Old Trafford, where you're so adored.
No, it is special. Obviously, obviously through the years you have good and bad moments, and I've always felt the support. They've always been on the side of the team, on my side, and then you're gonna have good and bad games. You're gonna have some moments where the fans will be upset with you and everything, but I embrace all of that, because I think as I care with the club, they care even more. So I take it that way, because they want us to be successful. So I embrace everything that is being true between me and the fans, and I think I really appreciate everything they do for me, all the support they give me, and I think they do appreciate every minute I'm on on the pitch, and I do everything for the club and for them.
And finally, do you have a message for United fans everywhere about the season ahead and the years to come?
The message, it gets repetitive, obviously, and I think it's being special times here. But we wanted to make it even more special. We want everything to be even better. The support of them is being unbelievable, and is going to take a huge part on our success as a team, as a club. So everything I can say that we're still gonna give everything for the club, and not staying behind, because we're gonna be on their side, trying to do our best to bring the club back to success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.